In today's video, we're going to tell you the story of 3 public toilet blocks sold by Cornwall County Council, all sharing one amazing characteristic: the view from the loo. Have the new owners paid way more than they were worth? Or successfully redeveloped a redundant building? Would you have been tempted to pay over the odds for a loo with a view? Wow. You wouldn't sleep at night, would you? No. Hello everybody.
Hello.
Where are we today then, Andrew?
Well, we're on the most beautiful beach in Cornwall. We're near Marazion, which is close to Penzance. This beach is Long Rock Beach.
It is.
You might notice behind us St Michael's Mounds.
Let's try and get it into focus.
There we go. What a wonderful location. But what are we doing here, Sarah?
Well, we've come because our interest was really piqued when we found out that the public loo here was up for sale. This story kind of starts a few years ago when the council was selling off its public conveniences that were no longer convenient for them to own.
Very good.
We were down here and we saw the board on the loo.
Just walking the dogs, come down here. I thought, oh, it's interesting, isn't it? So
yeah.
I took some photos of it with the old auction board was up on the toilet. It was March 2024. And
yeah, that's a wasp. Yep. The lengths we've had to go to get rid of this wasp. Ah, dopey at this time of year, aren't they? Anyway, back to our auction board.
Yes.
On that little building up there.
Yes.
It piqued our curiosity, didn't it?
It did.
So we followed the story.
We did. We thought, that's curious, and we went and had a look at the auction site, didn't we?
We did. The tiny toilet block went to auction in March 2024, advertised as the former public conveniences with land enjoying stunning views. Sandwiched between the railway line to the north and the public footpath to the south, this tiny slither of land had a guide price of £20,000. But it had an exceptional view. Of course, Cornwall Live did pick up on this story as well. So their headline says, "Loo with a view sells for over 8 times the guide price at auction." A loo with a view sold for a whopping £169,000 at auction. So the original guide price was 20 grand. It says the public toilets on the seafront at Long Rock, which have a picture postcard view of St Michael's Mount and Mounts Bay, were on the market with Clive Emerson, and an online auction finishing after 1:30 on Wednesday, the March 20th, 2024, and it yielded £169,000. I think that's a really large price for that tiny toilet block. It still blows my mind.
Well, it begs that question, doesn't it? How much would you pay for a loo?
Well, he paid more than a penny. Spent more than a penny.
He certainly did.
So the guy that bought it was interviewed, and he said he bought it on a bit of a whim. He's retired, he was a bit bored, it's what he used to do. He put in planning permission to convert it into, like, well, he thought it could be an ideal place for a cafe, and also to put 8 beach pods on the tiny, tiny strip of land, which we'll show you in a minute, that runs between the footpath and the railway line.
I thought it was more than 8, but I might be wrong.
Oh.
But perhaps we'll have a little look.
Yeah, several. But each one obviously was going to net him an income, wasn't it?
Yes. So we are October 2025.
Yes.
So about 18 months on from this original auction. Should we go and have a little look at what work's been done up there, what the progress looks like, what they've done to the loo? Papers love a story like this, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, Daily Mail picked it up. Do you know what their title was?
No.
Location, location, location.
I like that.
I like that too.
Like that. I like it. Now, we need to go and have a little look at what's happened to the loo.
Shall we take a pee?
I've got nothing. I've got nothing. So the strip of land that was acquired with the toilet block starts here at this manhole. It's really long and thin, and this is where he was hoping to put these beach pods. No evidence of them today, or so far. And I must just say, I can't really see it from here, but that 70-mile-an-hour sign is for the train. That's the proximity. That fence marks the boundary with the railway line. There we go, there's the railway line. So it's really long and thin. Presumably one of the attractions of buying this not only was the view, but the fact that having been a public loo there would be fresh water connected and also electric. So that's two major things already within the building. I'm fairly sure his neighbours were not very happy about his proposals though. In February 2025, another Daily Mail article reported fury over man's plans to turn a £170,000 toilet block into 18 glamping pods overlooking iconic landmark. Local residents living near the site were furious the beach huts will block out their extraordinary sea views and will cause traffic on the footpath. So here we have the building. Quite tiny, isn't it?
I'll pace it out. They've done quite a nice job to it actually, doesn't it? It looks like a little tiny bungalow, doesn't it?
It looks to me about 4 metres by 7. What do you think? Something like that. It's not very big is my point.
And the thing about this though is what's behind you.
Yeah, it's the view, isn't it?
That's what you got. Go from here.
Oh, I think you should go from there. Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
Seven paces. Oh, there's a bit here as well.
8 paces.
Call it 8. 8 paces.
8 paces.
So what's that? That's about 20 foot.
Yeah.
Roughly. Is that right?
About 7 or 8 metres. And the lot did include this very thin strip of land again in front of the fence that defines where the railway line is, up to about where those people are now.
What's that? I think there's somebody in there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Having a wee?
No, I could hear noises inside. It's like the telly's on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people must perhaps live in there.
Gosh.
I didn't think that was the case if it was empty.
Really?
Should I go and have another
Living
poke
there?
around?
How can they live in that?
Oh, you've got trains going by as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should I knock on the door?
No. No. So we've read that the proposal was to have a cafe there, and really I don't know if that would be such a success, because although you have a lot of footfall here in the summer, really winter time you aren't going to have a lot unless you get a really good reputation and provide something quite special. There is a successful cafe about a mile down that way towards where the train station used to be, and they do some lovely coffee and cakes and the odd bacon sandwich, which is really probably all about you could do in there. There wouldn't be any seating, and with the pathway right outside the door you aren't going to be able to put any tables up. Having said that, he does own land either side, so he could put tables outside if he was really interested in converting it into a cafe.
So there was lots of objections about this when I went for planning.
Okay.
I actually read some of the comments that people sent in, because there was a lot of them actually. The locals around here weren't very happy about it, but there was one that stuck in my mind.
Right.
And it was from one of the representatives of the South West Coast Path.
Oh.
And they were basically saying it's not an appropriate place for like a load of beach huts like that, because it's quite narrow here.
Yeah.
And you know, you'd have people cycle along here, people walk dogs. It gets quite busy, isn't it? And obviously if they have paraphernalia for their holidays outside the beach huts, you know, it's going to be accidents and all sorts, isn't it? So that's why they thought it probably wasn't suitable.
Fair enough. I think I'd probably agree with that. It's not that wide, is it? Not enough room. Anyway, that's the state of the loo that was up for sale last year here at Long Rock. Guide price 20 grand. He paid £169,000 for it. I wonder, do you think that's a success or not? Do you think he's left with a bit of a white elephant? Let's now leave Mounts Bay and go further up the coast to a little port called Charlestown. in Charlestown is the previous holder of the most expensive toilet block in Cornwall. Here we are in Charlestown. Different day, different place, same theme. Another public toilet block that has been converted to, well, can you say it's living accommodation? Because I think their intent was always for it to be an Airbnb.
Well, yes, I don't know if it's on Airbnb, but it's certainly a holiday cottage, isn't it? You can stay here. In fact, there's people here now. Yeah,
so we're going to have to be a bit discreet.
I'm not very good at that.
So the last thing we want to do is intrude on any guest's privacy. So it's kind of difficult to film it, knowing it's rented out as a holiday home. But that used to be a toilet block for Charlestown. It was bought in 2015, I believe. The guide price was 70,000 and it went for 115. So we're talking 10 years ago. The project to convert it was then undertaken, and ever since, as far as we know, it's been rented out for holidays. We obviously have just featured the toilet block at Malpas going for a whopping £169,000. Prior to that being the most expensive toilet block in the UK, it was this one.
Wow, gosh, really?
Yeah, so £115,000 secured this at auction.
Okay, and then they've obviously spent a lot of money renovating it, haven't they? And bringing it up to a holiday spec standard. So
indeed.
Be interesting to find out what the sort of total price they had on that would be.
Well, it was actually featured on George Clark's Amazing Spaces. Now, he followed the progression of the renovation.
I like him, he's good.
He is, isn't he?
Yes.
So we didn't get quite to the end of the programme, we just saw the beginning this morning, didn't we? We dashed out and grabbed a camera. But we will actually fill in the details for you now. George Clark was indeed very impressed by the renovation. The building was actually constructed in 1771 as a fish and net cellar and was later turned into a public convenience before being rescued from a semi-derelict state in 2015. Now being fully renovated, it is a 2-bedroom holiday home, but the most impressive thing is the view. Interestingly, this is actually the Southwest Coast Path. But as you come up here, they've made such a good job of the garden. Feels like you're actually walking into their space.
We've got a little plaque at the top that says Amazing Spaces 2016. It's a nod to the TV programme.
So apart from the obvious attraction that you already have a footprint for a building that has water and electricity, 2 important utilities when you are thinking about building a house, it also has the most stunning view.
Can I just say, this doesn't look like it was an old toilet block.
No, it's been very successfully done, hasn't it?
It's quite tall, isn't it?
Yeah, so it already had a pitch roof with a lantern on top for ventilation, and the height was determined by that roof, and they've just lifted it all up to give them a second floor.
I thought about this overnight because we obviously filmed yesterday. Airbnb.
And they have made excellent use of the ground opposite, giving the people that are renting it as holiday accommodation a little bit of a space. It's this little building, interesting little notice there, actually tells you that no one's allowed in there anymore because of cliff erosion.
It's that first public loo that we looked at, the one down at Malpas. They obviously bought it, but then they've obviously struggled to get some planning to do what they want to do down there.
Yes.
And this one here, obviously, this one was bought at auction a few years back, and it's obviously been completely renovated. It is a holiday home. So I wonder how they got planning for it and the other one didn't.
Good point, actually. I mean, you can see that there's no near neighbours with this one, and the one that is a neighbour is already a holiday home, as is the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. So to object to another holiday home, how could they when the precedent is already set?
Yeah, most of the homes here are holiday homes, aren't
yes, they? Yes, yeah. So whereas I think the difference at Marazion is that the people on the other side of the railway line have paid a lot of money for that view, not expecting it to ever be obliterated, because you've got them, railway line, and then a little bit of verge and beach.
They seem to have a bit more space up there as well, for the, I suppose, for the actual living accommodation itself.
Yes.
It seems to be, and it's obviously much taller as well.
Well, initially the original structure here was taller. It had a hipped roof with a ventilation lantern on top, so that defined the height, whereas the one at Marazion has always been flat roofed and single story, so there's been no scope to go up above beyond what was originally there.
Yeah, I think they've done a nice job of that. That little garden area is beautiful.
Yeah. And I'm sure the guy that bought the Marazion one must have seen the programme that featured this one and maybe thought he could do exactly the same.
Quite possibly, yeah. Because the precedent's been set. They were allowed to do it, why wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is just my theorising. If you've got better understanding of planning law and what made that one more achievable than the one at Marazion, then please pop it in the comments. It is all about that view, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it? It really is, really is.
Yeah.
And Charlestown, there's a bit of building work going on up here at the moment for this year. They're renovating the lock gates, aren't they, and going into the harbour. But
you can't hear it from here.
No, that's true, because they are doing some work there.
Yeah.
It's quite famous, Charlestown, and it's been used in lots of TV and film productions over the years.
Yeah, and most notably recently as a backdrop for Poldark, the 2015 series with Aidan Turner. He was walking along that very pier.
I wonder if he used that loo.
Oh, it would have been about the time it was sold, wouldn't it? Oh, you're smart, aren't you? I hadn't even made that connection.
You need a little blue plaque on the outside.
Yeah, did Aidan Turner, we here, in the air P&P.
Poldark.
This is getting really silly. We'll get told off.
We will.
And on that note, let's just have a little look at the beach here at Charlestown.
So they've done a lovely job with that, haven't they?
Yeah, it's superb.
I think they spent a bit of money on it.
Must have done.
It looks to me it probably got a bit of money to be able to do that in the first place. So do you think they might have some like really nice artwork on the walls in that property?
Where's this going?
Well, because do you know which artist I would have if I could afford it hanging on my wall of my converted public toilet?
No, go for it. No.
I'd have some work by that French artist.
Yeah.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
I knew it was going to have Lou in it somewhere.
See, he wasn't satisfied with one Lou. He had to have two.
Well, you'd have a men's and a ladies, wouldn't you?
And he's French, so he should be Toulouse-Lautrec. So we've seen a toilet block that he tried to get planning on, but so far they haven't been able to do it. We found one that they've bought and they have been able to renovate it, and it's currently being let as a tourist holiday home. Do you know what I'd love to see now?
What?
I'd love to see one that's currently available in Cornwall for auction.
Funny you should say that.
Here we are. This is our third location. Location. But where are we?
We are in the village of Malpas. Yes, we're in the small village of Malpas, which is about 2 or 3 miles outside of Truro on the River Fowl.
It's beautiful.
What is this river?
Yeah, it would be the Fowl, I would have said.
It joins up with the Fowl. It's one of the tributaries anyway. It could be the Kenwyn.
Could be the Allen.
Yes.
Could be the other one.
It could be the third one in Truro. Our knowledge is useless, isn't it?
Anyway, you've brought me here to show me a loo.
Yes. Now this one, we've genned up on what we were saying in Charlestown, and in Charlestown I think you said it was up for auction. It's actually already been sold. The guide price on it was £30,000. Do you want to take a guess as to how much a toilet block in Malpas with a creekside view went for?
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it's basically a ladies and a gents.
Well, I take it they're going to try and get planning permission on it, are they? They're going to try and build there, so they're buying the land, aren't they? When it is a beautiful view,
yeah.
It really
yeah.
is stunning down here. I don't know, it must be over 100,000, I would have thought.
More.
More? Okay.
More.
130?
What do you guys think?
Is it more?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It actually went for £258,000.
No.
Yes.
200. That's over
Yes.
$250,000.
Yes.
258,000.
Yes.
God.
I know.
This can't be any bog standard loo. This has to be incredible. I'm intrigued now. I want to see it.
Well, here's the estate agent blurb. As you can see, it is below road level, and there is quite a large amount of land between the road and the building. But there's nothing essentially wrong with it. It's not vandalised, it's not graffitied in any way. It looks quite modern. So it seems to me that it's just inconvenient for the council to maintain this public convenience. Would you have paid £258,000 plus auction buying costs for this building? Let's try and answer that question. Let's try and put some perspective on it. We'll have a look at the village, at the properties that maybe are for sale, and try and explain how a public toilet block achieves such a huge sum of money. Looking around, you can see why it achieved that price, and with properties being called things like Riverside Retreat, it is idyllic. Once again, there are some idyllic properties. Look at this one, it is beautiful.
That is stunning, isn't it?
It is. That porch with all the wood still over the doorway is exquisite. And have you noticed the tiny little conservatory here?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
is
Really
stunning.
gorgeous. Have you just looked it up?
I have.
Does it begin with $1 million?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
So it's 3 bedrooms,
Yes.
1 bathroom.
Right.
And it says it's got 4 sitting rooms. So I guess they must have extended out the back. It's grade 2 listed, historic Georgian 3-bedroom house with no onward chain, breathtaking river views. So you've already established it's below $1 million, but how much below $1 million?
I don't know, you're teasing me. 700,000?
No. It's £925,000.
Wow.
But look at that view. So with prices like that being achieved, you can see why this toilet block went for £258,000. There's a lot of scope to add value. If that's going for 925, obviously a new modern build in place of the toilet block won't look as cute, but they do command a lot of money with such a beautiful view. When I first started off working, I started in an accountant's office, and builders used to work on a third land cost, a third build cost, and a third profit. So if they've paid about $250 for this place, I expect there was costs at the auction as well, so say 300. They will probably get 900 grand once they finish building. Not a bad little earner on one house. So here it is. It's sunk down below road level, and that comes into the proposal for what they're going to build here. So they're going to keep road level the same and put a deck for a car and actually have the house underneath at a similar to level to what it is now. 2-bedroom dwelling going in there. So from here you can just, through all that greenery, make out the roof of the current toilet block that will be knocked down, and you do get a waterfront view. Knock down a couple of trees, take out those trees. Beautiful. Your near neighbour is the Heron Inn. Very lovely seafood restaurant.
I've had a good look. You wouldn't actually see that from the road, would you? It's quite low down.
It's quite a lot of privacy there, isn't it?
Yeah, fly tippers I think have found it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mess there at the moment, isn't it? So when was that auction then? Was that this year, 2025?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it might have been earlier this year, yeah.
Because they clearly haven't started any work there at all, have they?
Well, they haven't got planning permission yet, and so they've put in for a 2-bedroom dwelling with a carport above, and it'll probably not look much different to what's there at the moment. Really take out the trees there, give you a fantastic creekside view. And in the conclusion of the planning application, it says this application for planning permission is a sensible use of a redundant building. Well, yes, I can kind of see that. The dwelling will make a small contribution to reducing the house shortfall and provide employment during the construction. Well, I think there's a bigger shortfall for housing in Cornwall than one house. So when they say a small contribution, I think they could actually say a tiny contribution, but at least the site will be used.
But they didn't have to walk very far to the pub, did they?
No.
It's literally here.
Stumbling distance.
It is, isn't it? You could stumble home, yeah. Yeah, walk to the pub, stumble home. That view, though, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's an incredible view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is where we are now, really. Look at this.
So here in Malpas, that seems to me to be quite a good use of a redundant building.
Yeah, there's lots of beautiful properties down here, isn't it? And you know, I think where they're proposing, that's an eyesore at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's face it, that is an eyesore, isn't it? So whatever they do with that is going to be improvement. There's only so much you can actually probably put there.
Yeah.
The plans that you've shown me as well seem sensible, don't they? So yeah, good luck to them. That's what I said. They've taken a gamble, haven't they? They don't know if they're going to get planning on that. They've spent a lot of money on that.
Shelled out a lot of money already,
a lot of money, haven't they?
I wonder what will happen to it in the end. Will it be a living dwelling? Will they rent it out as an Airbnb?
Yeah.
Airbnb, as you said earlier.
Airbnb, like that.
Time will tell. We'll be interested to follow the story. So we hope you've enjoyed our little look at 3 public conveniences that were no longer convenient for the council to keep up. And they've sold them off. They've all ended up with different stories. Which one do you think has been the most successful?
Well, I think clearly one in Charlestown, I would have said. They obviously that a few years ago now. They've converted it beautifully, isn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, you wouldn't even know that was a loo, would you?
Not at all. And it's got a good use as an Airbnb. I don't think a full-time property would be that easy to live in.
Yeah, and I think that one down at Marazine that we looked at, I mean, I think what they're proposing down there just seems excessive. I'd be very surprised if that went through.
Well, we'll keep an eye on all 3, but until next time, we're going to say goodbye for now. So, bye.
Bye.